Hotep. Hotep means peace in the ancient Kemetic language, and Mwalimu means teacher in Kiswahili and is the English equivalent of professor. My name is Melody Michere Van Putten, and on behalf of Channel 82 and Mwalimu Dropping the Knowledge, I am blessed and most excited to start season 3 of this journey into self-knowledge. This is Mwalimu Dropping the Knowledge. Like seasons 1 and 2, we are continuing to plant the seeds of consciousness for the growth and benefit of our community by sharing powerful nuggets of knowledge from our global Black history, including a reading list during the scroll of the credits. For those new to the program, it is a Pan-African and African-centered approach aligned with my training and education as an Africalogist. Let me also thank the Ashay U, Kephra, and Black History Works community who continue to financially support this endeavor, proving that when we do more with our resources and unify, we combine our collective resources in a powerful way. Asante Sana, Medassi, thank you so much. Good people, I am excited and say again, Hotep. My name is Mwalimu Melody Michere Van Putten, and this is Mwalimu Dropping the Knowledge. As a brief introduction to you who are just now joining us, as well as a reminder to our faithful viewers, I want to share that season 2 of MDDK highlighted not only the long history of our ancestors, but our critical connections to one another, our history, culture, struggles, and achievements. The lessons were and are layered with wisdom for us to actualize today. Season 3 will continue this theme, being even more pointed with the historical and cultural lessons of connections. Knowing what has been stolen from us and reconnecting to ourselves and each other is part and parcel of the essential work and action we need to do right now. Today, it is up to us to avail ourselves to knowledge that will heal us, restore us, and motivate us to rise to our traditional greatness. It cannot be overemphasized that the work begins with reknitting ourselves to ourselves. Again, our connections to one another were fractured, damaged, broken when our ancestors were kidnapped, forcibly transported, and enslaved. During the agonizing Middle Passage, we were dispersed throughout the globe, criminally stolen from Africa and deposited in Europe, the Caribbean, the Americas, North, South, and Central. It is worth reminding you that our ancestors began the horrific voyage as Africans. Today, too many of us are confused about the need to understand and be crystal clear about our essential Africanness. Knowing, understanding, and embracing our core identity as Africans is crucial. Dr. Asa G. Hilliard III, psychologist, Egyptologist, historian, and one of my beloved mentors, expressed our lack of understanding about our identity as existential. He put the choice this way: to be African or not to be. It is a matter of life and death. In order to survive, our ancestors had no choice but to adopt values, culture, and mores that did not come from us. It is important to understand and overstand that Western values, in particular individualism, materialism, consumerism, and I must add nationality, has not served us in the past, nor does it serve us today. We must reweave our connections to ourselves globally as a people of African descent, no matter where the boat stopped to drop off our ancestors. Poetically speaking, we are connected. We are connected, and the connections abound. Our culture, vibrant, life-affirming, beautiful, connects us aesthetically, spiritually, physically, and emotionally. Drums, music, art, dance, beauty in fashion moves us. But beauty is as beauty does. And the actions of our fearless, courageous, and visionary ancestors have inspired, motivated, and moved us, our people, to action in our own behalf. Action that is needed now more than ever. We are connected, and the connections abound. Our history, ancient, glorious, intellectual, triumphant, connects the genius stored in our DNA. We are a brilliant people, having created the literal foundations of civilization, from agriculture to medicine, establishing ethical standards, the first universities, science, and religious systems, not to mention the aesthetic beauty of our jewelry, textiles, pyramids, and architectural wonders that still stand today. We are connected, and the connections abound. Our history connects us, painful, struggle-full, perseverance-laden, with moments of victory. We are connected from the motherland to the diaspora, a connection that we must reweave in the 21st century, understanding ourselves as one people beyond nationality, individualism, and religious diversity. The unraveling of our connections was purposeful, deliberate, and necessary. How else do you create a slave mentality? It's fact, chaos, and confusion concerning our connections of identity, place of origin, depth of kinship, divisions planted and used, colorism, religion, nationality, combined with Western values, again, individualism, materialism, consumerism. It took us off the path of strength, wisdom, unification, and true liberation. But it is said, when you know better, you do better. It's weaving time, reknitting ourselves to ourselves, understanding deeply our connections to one another, consciously connecting the dots, beginning at the beginning. Africa is in our DNA. It's in our walk. It's in our talk. Africa is in our essence as a soulful people, resilient, extraordinary, deeply spiritual, with deep connections. We must unearth and resurrect for strength, wisdom, healing, and vision. We are not just Bermudian, Jamaican, Barbadian, or Bahamian. We are not merely subjects of England, citizens of the United States, Brazil, or any other place where our ancestors toiled with no compensation, no dignity, no respect. No. We are African, connected by our ancestors' history, culture, genius, and legacy, connected by deep roots and strength. The first people to walk the earth, Africans, literally established the foundations of civilization. Africans. We are Africans. Know it, believe it, Understand it. Embrace it. Let us revive our connections, knowing the health, strength, wisdom, healing, and continuation of our people depends upon it. To quote Baba Asa, to be African or not to be. It's weaving time again, reknitting ourselves to ourselves, understanding deeply our connections to each other. Weaving time is upon us. We'll be right back.